Alright, good evening everyone. It's me Kelvin from Round and Search. So we will be looking into the Sunday market prep. So preparation for the upcoming trading week. So as we know, Merdeka is coming. So Selamat Merdeka. Is that how you say it? Okay, but I'm happy with we have Merdekas coming in. Okay, so it is a great day to celebrate together as a Malaysian. Okay, so of course in the market, we know Merdeka is coming, but of course in the past 1 month, earnings are coming out also. There are a lot of earnings is coming out. So of course, there are some people happy about it, but some people are buy on news, buy on the earnings. Then you start to feel like, why when you buy on news, but the price don't really move up higher? So that is one of the a lot of beginners in the market. If let's say you trade or invest based on news, then today is something that you need to look into it. Of course, most of the time that the it's not saying that you cannot buy on news, but sometimes majority of the news are actually there to attract people to come in. So if you have been trading in the market, you know that every time when there's a news coming out, then the price will actually push it up higher, and then after that they start to throw the price down lower. Then you get trapped at the high side. So of course, even though with the positive earnings, everything coming out, you find that how come the earnings is okay, is great, is good, but why price don't move up higher? Why when I move in, the price starts to go down lower? So today we'll be looking into this, and to help you guys to be much more have lesser chance to actually get stuck uh in the market. All right, so getting stuck in this kind of earnings over here. All right, so let's take a look into it. Oh, I forgot. Remember to give us a like and also share this out to your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like this session, the Sunday market prep, so you know what is going to happen in the market. All right, so let's look into it. Last week we have a few stocks that is, let me see, where are my let me find where is my, so there is a way for you to look into it. So yeah, let's see. Last week, for example, a lot of people will be looking into one stocks. I think definitely everyone will be looking to either herein or maybe like Petron M. So whatever I'm sharing right now is already happened in the market. So it's just for educational purpose. I'm not asking you guys to, look into it and stuff like that. No, all right. So you have to do your own study into it. Okay, so you can see from my screen over here is the price movement. So the price actually moved up on 23rd of August for these stocks. When is the announcement made for these stocks? Cannot look back into it. The announcement, I think, is made on 22nd. Wait, I need to look for the old one. Let's see. 26, this is 2021. Announcement. Consolidate. This on 23rd. These are May. This is late. Let me check if you wait. Give me a second. Pusa. Company announcement. Why it's not updated? May. Announcement date. May. This is August. So, why so funny? This is published on which day? May. Financial year end, not audited 1 quarter. 1 minute. Let me look into it. I think the easiest way for me to look at it is using my trading platform. Give me a minute. Let me log in first. How's every day? How's everyone Sunday? Not how's every day Sunday. How's everyone Sunday going on? Is it good? All right, I got it finally. Hey. Announcement. Did I see the wrong stocks that day? Maybe. Okay. Never mind. It's not these stocks. This stock is pushing up quarterly. I think it's not this one. Sorry. It's this. See. Okay. So we see from this, let's look into it. The announcement for this stock happens on 25th of August. So we can see the charts, I mean the information over here. 25th of August, Thursday, they announced after market. So a lot of retail investors would think like, oh, after market, so which means the next day the price will actually have to move up higher because they have the net profit of increase 99.88%, which is wow. A lot of traders or investors, or especially beginners, you will start to think like, wow, the price just boosts up. I mean, the earnings is like this. So the price should be moving up higher, right? So that's why, but when you look into it on 26th, because 25th is the day where they have the announcement, which is at this point over here. I put it over here a bit, which is on this day. So that's why it's after the market, so the price don't move up higher. But on the next day, 26th, the price indeed it have a gap up, but it didn't move up higher again. So the price goes down. So I think that there's a lot of retail investors are getting trapped at this point over here. So from our experience, in the past few weeks, our students, every one of us, what we do here is that we base on the quarterly earnings and then we find the stock for day trading, looking at those stocks that they will have a gap up and then price move up, and then we take the advantage of that price gap in the morning, the price push up. But these are the stocks that we try to avoid. The reason is because the price has really moved up before the announcement is made. So that means they don't have much of the intention to push up higher. And also, it might be when they announce the news, that's where they start to throw the price down lower and take profit. So that's why a lot of retail investors, when they start to jump into this based on the news, and then they get trapped inside that when the price is throwing down lower. And then, of course, every one of you will feel afraid. Oh my God, what happened to it? And then would the price really move up higher? Isn't the quarterly earnings is showing positive sign? 99.88% of price increase, or not price increase, the profit increase. So should I continue to hold on to it and stuff like that? So from what we see over here is that there's a huge, you can see the volume throwing down in the 5-minute charts, the high volume throwing down the price, but when the price is at the bottom here, not much of the high volume demand or coming into it. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of investors, especially new one, you trade on based on news, and then you get trapped into it, and then the price goes down lower, and then keep on trapped into it. So and then you start to confuse, like, hey, isn't the fundamental the quarterly earnings or year on year result is actually in positive, isn't it? It's increased, there's no losses, but why is this stock going down? So like I always like to tell every one of you, in the stock market is not a place where, I mean, the fundamental of it, how the business actually works, doesn't have direct correlation with the price movement. The price movement is always depends on the demand and supply. And if we put it in a very in a way where, if you know, because this quarterly earnings is based on which quarter, the quarter of June, on June. So on June time, then right now on August, then only they make the announcement, which is 2 months later. So 2 months later, so this is the business performance of June. So can it tell us that, okay, right now they will have the same profit for the next quarter? We don't know. We have to wait until maybe on October or maybe November time to know about that for the earnings report of this quarter. So it's always late. All right. So, and also, of course, you know that if let's say you are in, you know about the performance of your company, how is it, whether it's making profit or not. That's why sometimes you see that before the earnings there will be a price increase from here. So if you see anything in the next couple of weeks when the earnings is actually coming out and those prices already move up higher, don't look into it. Okay, I mean, don't look into it for short term. Why? Because high chances that they will start to throw the price down lower. All right, so you don't want to get trapped into this kind of stocks. So this is also one of the way that we use it for day trading. The reason is because we find that well, since they are taking advantage of I mean, everyone will be taking advantage about the quarterly earnings, especially those that who know this. So they know that there will be a price, people will be looking into it so that they can actually mark up the price and attract more buyers to come in. That's where they actually can make some short-term profit out of the good news. So we do the same thing. So this is how you follow the big boys. So you need to know what is their intention and when are they going to have this movement, and what are the advantage are they going to take in the market. Let's say, for example, for some news and stuff like that. So we are not doing insider trading. We are just looking at whatever is published in the market, and based on the market and look into the price movement and see, all right, so they are not attracting at the moment. Like for example, right now at this, the price already move up higher. We know that they already push the price up higher to attract the buyers to come in. So we won't jump into this because we don't want to get trapped into it. And also the price margin for the push the price up higher is very little. Okay, so this is what we see from here. And of course, most of us, we can do that as well. If we can do this, you can do this also. And the earnings report, how to look into earnings report, is thanks to one of our students. So after he signed up for our courses, he's able to find this out, and he's able to do his day trading by himself right now after 1 month of sharing with him. So, and not just him, another few of them also, they are able to do this. So it's very simple, as long, because when you trade in the stock market, you need to make everything into logic, common sense. So it's not just following the criteria, oh, break resistance, then you move up, then you enter, then you wait for the profit target and stuff like that. No, that is just the criteria. If you don't understand the reason behind how this price movement is like, especially like in the 5-minute charts, how does it move like? Is it attracting buyers? Are they throwing out the shares? Are this selling volume? Are this volume mainly selling volume, or there are demand coming in? So you need to know this. So when you know how to analyze this, then you'll find that, oh, okay, everything makes sense. Then it helps you to do your trades or maybe investment much more better. Okay, so that's why it's important for you to understand how these big boys work in the stock market, so you know how to play around with it, and it makes more sense when you enter into market. So when they are going to have a retrace or throwing the price down lower, so you know that, you identify it, so then you can stay out from it. So when you stay out from it, then you are able to protect yourself and also secure the profit. So you don't have to wait for your profit and turn into losses. Okay, so that is how important it is. If you want to learn about our operator analysis, you can always contact us. Upcoming intake is on October, but you don't have to wait until October. You can actually start to attend our tutorial and also watch our recording from our website as well. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't share the chart. Okay, so let me share it to you guys again. Where is it? Where is it? Not this. So you guys should tell me. Okay. I was looking at this one over here. So just now I was talking about this. So the announcement was made on 25th of August. The price not moving up higher. So 25th of August after market, then only they have the announcement made. So most of the investor would think that the price will have a price up or continue to push it up higher because it has about like 80% of pricing profit increase, right? 99.88% of profit increase on quarter. So you can see from here, quarter on quarter, it announced on Thursday, 25th, and it's on 5 p.m. Quarter on quarter is increased. But next day, the price don't move up higher. It has a gap up, but it throw down lower. So a lot of retail investors would think like, why it doesn't move up higher? Isn't that a positive news? Isn't that a good news that the price goes down lower? So shouldn't it move up higher? And that actually makes a lot of retail investors get trapped inside that. So how do we know that we don't get trapped into these things like this? Then we need to know that you can see the price already pushed up higher before the quarterly earnings actually comes out. So they have already marked up the price so that they can actually take profit when the announcement is made. So that's why when you are trading based on this quarter result, then you need to be very careful on how you select it and before the price movement it is. And that's why you have to be very careful. And of course, most of you will start to think like, right now, it's still a lot of people think like, fundamentally it's good. Okay, so you might start to think like, continue to hold on to it but you never know until when. Okay, but so far in the 5-minute charts, we see there's a lot of selling pressure selling the price down lower. Okay, so it's just based on what we see from here is there's a lot of selling pressure, not much of the volume coming in to support the price at the lower point. So based on our analysis, okay, on our own point of view, it's most likely that they will have the price down. Okay, so be careful on how you select the stocks when you are a person that like to look into quarterly earnings. It's not saying that you can't trade or invest based on the quarterly earnings, but you need to know every time when there's earnings report are announcing, then usually the big boys will actually take advantage of this. So by checking out the price, and of course you can see this before the announcement actually made, they already check up the price. So that's why I'm not surprised that they throw the price down lower. Okay, because they need to take some profit, right? So if let's say you want to trade based on quarterly result, then we'll choose those that it doesn't move the price up higher. Okay, then we can look into those stocks for day trading. Okay, because usually they will push the price up higher in the morning and then they start to throw the price down lower later on because they need to mark up the price to attract the buyers, create the volume, attract retail investors who come in. So that's why when you look into market, look into any of the trades, be careful of it. Like for example, this one is a very nice one. One of our students is able to make it. The earnings actually comes out on, the earnings is coming up on 19th of August. Here you can see 19th of August. So it's 12:45. So it came out at 12:45. 19 on this date. Okay, so before they announce at 12:45, then the price already gap up higher. So when the announcement is made, 19 was here. So when the announcement is made, so you can see the price start to go down lower when the announcement is made. So this is the thing here, that they will mark up the price to attract retailer. If it comes in, then they throw the price down lower so to sell it to them. So usually I always try to avoid to trades during the news time, but day trading is fine because you just move in and then with the high side you just get out. So if you want to know more on how we do the trades, intraday trades, morning trades, tomorrow we will be having our live stream session, so you can have a look into it, how we do this trading. But it's not for you to follow because there will be a time gap delay in the live stream. It's just to showcase you how we do day trading, and if let's say you are interested to look into it as well. So these are the things that we see how we trade based on the quarterly earnings. So you can actually make profit out of it, but you need to know which one to look into it. And also you need to know whether at what stage are they, because the big boys is always they always have two stage of when they are pushing out the price. First one, they need to mark up the price. Why they mark up the price? Because they need to attract buyers to come in. Why they need to mark up the price to attract the buyers to come in? Because they want to sell it to them so that they can make profit. Okay, so understand this well, then you know you can actually you basically like 30% success in the stock market. So if you want to learn more, you can always join our training course. All right, so I would say that will be, if you join our training course, look into the big boys, all this will be the last training course that you will sign up. Why? Because we are not sharing the traditional technical analysis like the rest. I know some of you have been following us for a very long time. You know that we look into the market very different. We analyze much more detailed thing, understand more about the big boys than just plotting line and resistance, all this, which I find it doesn't make sense sometimes. I'm not sure whether you guys find it, because you find that there's a lot of things you cannot answer, where just enter and then wait for profit target. If it doesn't hit profit target, wait for it to hit cut loss. So why I can't take profit in the middle? And how do I know when to take profit in the middle when the price is moving up higher? So that's where I start to look into how these big boys do the transaction. So all this data is in your trading platform, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so you just that you don't know how to interpret it, and usually other courses they don't tell you, or not to say don't tell you, just that they don't share about this, how to analyze this transaction. Okay, so we don't use indicators also. All right, so upcoming market, of course earnings are coming up, and also we still look into the market as in short-term trading and stuff like that. But if we see some of it, maybe we can look into. So far I think it's not yet, because the price move up higher but doesn't have a lot of high volume coming in. Previously yes, so still the same, the price will be, the market will be very choppy, moving up and down sideways. So there are trading opportunity, just that you need to know how to look into it. So usually when you look into this, then I don't think that the traditional analysis will be able to help you, because those are easy for you. I mean, those are more effective, not to say effective, it's not really effective, but in a way it's more effective in the uptrend. So when it's in the sideways, then it's a little bit too hard. But it's not that bad in the market, so you can have a look into it. Slowly, you can look into some of the stocks that you want to go for long-term investment, to start to move in a little bit. It might be a good time for it, but need to see it properly, need to do the study properly. I mean, the study not just in fundamental, all those you can do your own study, but knowing whether the big boys are coming back in to mark up the price. Okay, are they ready to mark up the price for long term? So that is the question you need to ask whenever you analyze the stocks. If let's say your analysis is not able to answer this, then you need to find something to help you to understand this. Okay, so I can tell you can't Google it, because it's not on Google. It's like, it's something very funny. I find that we always know about this, the ratio. 90% of the retail investors in the market are losing money in the stock market, right? So, but majority of the 90%, this 90% of this retail investor, they learn traditional analysis, technical and maybe fundamental. But why are they not 10% yet? So that's a question you need to ask. And how do this 10% of the profit-making retail investor, not retail investor basically, how does this 10% of this investor actually make profit from the market? What kind of analysis do they use? Maybe they are using technical analysis also, but they are using that to attract you to come in. All right, so that's about it here. Overall, next week, this is what we see from market. So everyone, be careful when you trade into a quarterly earnings announcement. So not all that it means like good earnings and then you can start to move in. All right, still trade with care in the market. So although we can see sometimes up, sometimes down, which we already shared to you guys in the past few weeks, and then past 1 week or 2 weeks, that market will be choppy. Okay, so that's what we see, because not retail, those big boys in the market is not really coming back in, but we slowly see some of the institutional fund coming back in for some of the coming in to do some of the investment. Okay. On Friday, I think interest rate from the US side, right? They make announcement. So let's see. Powell chair, Federation chair, what's it? Feds. I can't remember the name, but never mind. Let's see what he say. Reducing inflation is likely to require a sustained period of below trend growth, but failure to restore price stability would mean far greater pain. Federal Chairman Powell said during his speech at Jackson Hole Symposium, also said that another unusually large increase could be appropriate at next meeting. But the decision for September will depend on totality of incoming data and evolving outlook. He also added that at some point, as the sense of monetary policy tightens further, it likely will become appropriate to slow pace of increases. The Federal Reserve raised the target range of Fed funds rate by 75 BPS to 2.25% to 2.5% during its July 2022 meeting, the fourth consecutive rate hike, and pushing borrowing costs to the highest level since 2019. Okay, so basically what we know in the market is like everyone say like, oh, what is the interest rate is like, how is it going to be, and stuff like that. One thing that we know from here is that definitely they will increase the interest rate, but we need to know, but that is not the things that we need to follow. What we need to follow is basically whether the interest rate increase is same as the expectation of the investor in the market, or is below the expectation, or is higher than the expectation. So in this case wise, usually if let's say it's higher than the expectation, they call it like maybe consensus, okay, or forecast. If it's higher than the forecast, then it's most likely it's going to bring some bearish effect into the market. If it's lower, then it's going to be a bit bullish, because everyone is expecting that, oh, it's higher, it should be higher, but right now it's actually announcing lower, so they feel like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. All right, so market is all about expectation of this hot money, or this big boys or institutional fund in the market. Okay, so that's what we need to look into it, the forecast. But most likely they will continue, like he said, that another unusually large increase could be appropriate at next meeting. So which means that they might have a larger increase, but the upcoming one, but it's still depending on the September, depending on the data overlook. What we know is that the inflation rate is actually increased a lot. So they will increase the interest rate, right? So they're trying to tune the things down. So which means that we might see lesser capital flowing into the market. So that's why it will be very choppy, okay, in the stock market. All right. So I think that's about it here today. And thanks for joining. And of course, if you would like to look into the day trading side, tomorrow morning we'll be having a live stream. So understand more about day trading from our live stream there. Okay, and remember to give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow our Facebook page for more upcoming events for next month. All right, see you guys again. Bye bye.
Wrong and Search. True traders react to the market.